Oh my goodness, she freaked me out. She's heavy. That's
Sorry.
that's rough for old ladies.
That's a good class.
Put me in a nursing home early.
What? No.
There we go. That's it, right? That's us.
Nice.
Okay, we'll see who comes and visit us.
There's 8 people already.
There are. Hey, 8 people, say hi. If you say something, you get on here and you get to be in the drawing. You know.
Drawing.
Oh, here's Nancy. Hey, Nancy, I think you missed us last time. I missed you. So it's good to see ya. Thanks for coming. Oh, here's Colleen, Denise, Barbara Kelly. She must have set her alarm. And Pamela Stansbury, yeah. Hey, y'all back.
Remember, if you click on that little bell, it will notify you guys.
Oh,
like, right then and there.
Well, they have to be subscribed, don't they, to get that?
Yeah, you do.
So it's really important to subscribe to these videos, guys, because even if you forget or something, if you happen to be online when I come on, and after I learn how to do this myself, you know, Javi will do some of them. I might just all of a sudden come on because I figured out something and I want to show it to you, or some stuff might have come in and I want you to see it and be the first ones to see it or whatever. And, you know, I might just pop on here any old time. You know, we'll have a regular, you know, ones on Sunday. We're going to try to do the formal ones on Friday that we actually produce them and edit them and stuff. But, you know, I might just at some time just jump on here. So if you are subscribed to this channel and you happen to be online when I do that, and I know some of you might be, then it'll ding you and you can just hop on over here. What is she doing? And see, then you'll see.
Look, Kimberly Mitchell from Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, from Pittsburgh, PA. Woo! Oh, wow.
Neighbors.
Pittsburgh, PA. You're not far from us, darn. I love Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is one of my favorite cities. It's very busy and the traffic is nuts. But Pittsburgh people are just really, really nice people.
Yes, they are.
You walk down the street, they say hello. You're like, what? You know, they're just, you know, really, really nice people. They let you in traffic because they know if they don't, you're never going to get in. You're never going to go home that night. So they take pity on you and they let you in. It's a great place, Pittsburgh. Lots of fantastic architecture. If you get a chance to go to Pittsburgh, go to Pittsburgh. Then maybe you'll see Nancy there and you can say hi. All right, or Kimberly it is. Kimberly. Kim C is here. Carrie Wolf is here. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, no, yeah, you betcha. Long time no see. How you doing, Marilyn? Are you still making your crowns and headpieces? Oh, if you guys haven't seen Marilyn's stuff, she makes the wildest stuff and like artworks. It should be on a pedestal or something. Fantastic stuff Marilyn makes.
Is it the crowns with all the brass
You know, like woodland hair pieces or something, you know, like for maybe Renaissance fairs or stuff, you know. But, oh, they are, man. She's probably doing the mermaid ones now. Have you guys seen the mermaid ones? I've never tried that, but maybe some of you guys have. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Marilyn's from San Francisco. I forgot that. Here's Lori. She says we're hilarious. Okay. We'll try to be more. Oh, yeah, she's got the thing. Melissa W. She set her alarm. Let's see. Soleil's here. Hey, fantastic. Karen Robles says she's new here. Well, welcome. We're so glad. Look at that. Barbara's already welcoming you. That's the way this bunch is. If I miss your name, somebody else, if you say you're new, if I miss your name, somebody else will say hey to you. So, because I could be like watching what I'm doing and then miss you, which I would hate to do, but somebody else will welcome you. So always say, you're going to make friends over here. That's for sure. Yay. Colleen says, yeah, Marilyn's from San Francisco and Colleen's from Maine. Yeah, got the entire country covered. I think so. Jerry's here. Jerry. Okay. Deborah Nicolaus. Am I saying that right, Nicolaus? So glad you're here, all of you. Okay, well, what we're going to do today is, well, first of all, let me preface it. We had a little discussion, a little thread going on over at the creative group here yesterday, was it? And we were talking about what could I do for some new videos. I mean, I got my own ideas, but I would really like to hear from you guys about that because, you know, you're the ones watching them. You know, why should I make videos of stuff no one wants to see, right? I don't think I really have yet, but it could happen. Because, you know, I don't know how to do everything, you know, but Like, for example, you're never going to see me teach you to solder. I can solder, but I don't do it well enough to teach it. Same way with a jeweler saw. If you want to see someone use a jeweler saw, it isn't going to be me, because I'm just not that great with it. I'll tell you who taught me how to use a jeweler saw. It was Linda and Opie O'Brien. They wrote the Metal Discovery Workshop book, and they're friends of mine. And I went to their house because I was going to take a class with Thomas Mann. You guys might have heard this story before. And Thomas Mann is high end, we'll say. And there's no way that I knew enough to take his class, but they let me take it, so I'm like, okay. And, you know, Linda says, well, you know, you got to be able to use a jeweler saw to be in that. And I'm like, yeah. She says, well, come up here, we'll teach you. So she says, if you don't come, there will be blood. I was afraid of that. So I went up to their place and I learned how to use a jeweler saw, and I got tired of it real soon. And I only ever take it out when I have to. Like,
So
if,
what would you cut? What would you use a jeweler saw for?
well, for me, like, it would be like a lot of people like to cut shapes out of brass stamps.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not brass stamps, brass sheet. In that case, you don't really use the scissors for that. There might be some cases you could if it's
makes
real
sense.
thin sheet, but mostly no. You need to use a jeweler saw. So what you do is you start with a pilot hole in the middle of the sheet, and don't use a great big piece, small. And you have your design traced around. You put your saw up through that hole and get yourself started and come out to the edge of it, and away you go.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is, but sometimes there's no other way. You have to
Yes.
do that way. And you know, if you're going to do benchwork jewelry, you got to learn how to do it. I'm an assemblage artist. I'm mixed media jewelry, so you know, it's something I don't enjoy, and so I didn't see any need to get good with it. I'm good enough to do it if I have to, and that's it. Okay, so I don't even know how I got on to. Oh yeah, what I wouldn't teach you to do. I wouldn't teach you jeweler saw to solder. But we got some good ideas, and several people said, why don't you show us how you do those wrap beads? Well, I did do that, but it was a long time ago. I think I called that video, if you want to go back, I think I called it Beady Charmies or something. So, anyway, if you want to go back there and see it, you'll see it there too. I think that was the first video Javi ever
Which one
filmed.
was it?
Beady Charmies or something.
It was something like that.
Yeah, I think it was back. That was the first.
Clearly, I don't.
I think it was the
remember.
first one. We had, you know, our old ways of doing stuff wasn't so hot. So, anywho,
It's okay. I came along.
I think we have a little bit more. Yeah, she came alive. She did. I think we have a little bit more light on the subject too now, don't we? Let's see. Can I lower this a little bit?
Light? Oh, okay. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I moved everything down to the one end of my table so you guys
So
could
much
see better. So, anyway, so you guys want to get to it, learn how I do these little spiral wrap beads. Let me get them maybe
Oh,
into
let
the
me get
frame
it.
a little bit more.
Let
Can
me
you
get-
maybe zoom in?
out or zoom in?
Zoom in a little bit so you can see them.
Oh, sorry, I zoomed out
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was thinking.
yeah. Because you're going to need to see up close and personal here.
Is it up close enough for you?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll. You know
It's
what?
pretty close. It's pretty. Tell me if
I'll
it's
I'll
not.
put it up.
Oh,
on.
now we lost them.
Oh, we did.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, I'm out of the frame. Okay. If I can show you.
The very
You guys probably seen I do this sometimes in my different work necklines. I do the spiral wrap bead. I'm sorry, my hands look bad. What can I say? I'm a working girl.
I like it.
Okay, so anyway, it adds a lot of texture, especially if you like don't do them all that way. Just do some, but some like to do them all. And so I'm going to show you how to do one, and then I'm going to show you a few other things. So if you're going to make a short one like this,
Oh, let me zoom out. Oh, a short one?
yeah, you could say zoomed in. I think it would be good if you
Oh,
stayed
okay.
zoomed in. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. If you're going to do a short one like this, now this is only, this isn't hardly even an inch long. I'll get this up in the frame. I don't think, you can't see my ruler. Yeah,
A little bit over.
a little bit over. We should probably put marks on
There you
here. Okay, so you can see it's that little section is not even an inch long. But to make that, you have to use wire off a spool, and you can see I got a great big old honking one here. This one's artistic wire. For me, I don't know. Everybody has their own favorite. Some people like the Beadsmith, which we carry. We do have artistic wire from time to time. Some people like para wire. That's it. And that's real nice too, but I just don't see a lot of difference. So, you know, maybe it's the colors or something. But anyway, this is resistant brass, which means this is raw brass wire, but it's treated so it doesn't tarnish. So it's very pretty and golden, okay? So if you want to do a little short piece like this, you need to take wire off the spool, and you're going to need about 6 inches to do that. Fortunately, wire is not expensive. So I'm going to measure off 6 inches. You know, if you get a little bit more or a little bit less, it's no big deal. So
Somebody had a question.
Tell me.
Can you only wire wrap beads that have holes in them?
Well, that is a good question, but if it doesn't have a hole in it, how is it going to... You know what? You make it
like a cage.
Yes, bead cages. In fact, I've got some over here in a box that Mel sent me to play with. Yeah, you need a bead cage, and then you'll put your bead inside. That's how that would go. And I have never done that, but maybe what we could do is pull one of those out of the box and kind of take it apart because they're free. So it doesn't matter if I do that. Well, some of them are anyway. So anyway, we could have a look at it, maybe see how they're done, and then we can learn to do our own. That would be cool. That's how you would need to do that, though. But with these, you need a bead that has a hole in it, okay? And I tend to work with 6 and 8 millimeter beads, but then I was thinking, you know, if you want to make this nice and chunky, you got to go up. But then I found that the bigger the bead, it's hard to get real tight on it, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But you can do it. You have to work with it till you teach yourself how. You know, it's a lot of it's trial and error. So anyway, to start, I'm going to come back on that piece about to here, which is, I'll just give you a measurement. Oh, that's not inches. I was going to say, no way. Maybe 5/8 of an inch, 3/4, and just bend it, break it. Like that. Okay. And of course I got my Wolfies. And these are the loop making pliers, which I love. And so now I've got it in here into the thing, and I'm going to start turning it with the round one up and the one with the notches on the bottom. And I'm going to make my end loop. So you have to take it and turn it a little bit because, you know, to get it to go the right way. Now, I've got my end loop. That's a pretty decent loop. Pretty decent. I think I might want that a little bit smaller though. See, how big is this?
Smaller?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't like doing these and having a great big honking loop hanging out on the end. So this is about 1/4 inch, this loop. So I think what I'm going to do to accommodate what I really want is take my little tiny Xuron cutters, and I'm going to just cut a little nip out of that corner. And I'm going to just bend it a little bit more. So now that's just about perfect.
Yep.
Let's see if you guys can see. See that? It's just about perfect. Yeah, you guys can see that. Now, don't worry about this little wiggle right here. That's not enough of a wiggle for us to worry about, okay? If it was like major more than that, then yeah, but we don't really have to worry about that. Okay. In some cases you do, but not in this one. Not in this case. So if we don't have to worry about them, we're not going to worry about it. Make it easy on yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to get my beads out. So which ones am I going to use? I'm going to use this little check one, which we have at the site. These beads are like end of day glass, and I think we have them in 3 colors, and they are awesome. If you haven't tried them yet, what's your hurry, Carl? That's my father-in-law used to say when you're a little slow at doing something. He said, "What's your hurry, Carl?" So yeah, get some before I run out, because I'm not sure I can get more. I think I can. But we have awesome ones. Like, we really have a nice selection of beads anymore. I was looking at, I just brought in the Czech Preciosa glass pearls the other week. And I wasn't real sure how those were going to go. I don't know if that's
Which one, the Saturn looking ones?
These kind. Where are they? What I did? These kind.
Oh, yeah.
These are so heavy, guys. These are like the most wonderful Swarovski pearls, but they cost so much less. I'm pretty sure this is one of them. Anyway, maybe not. That's kind of long. But anyway, I know these are the Czech Preciosa ones. And they're nice. These are like the best glass pearls ever. So Anyway, so we have them. We have that color. I think it's called silver gray. But man, they're flying out of there. I'm gonna have to get more. In fact, I have a few more coming, I think. But anywho,
Somebody had to suggest a
What's
thing. They said they're having trouble with 20 gauge wire because it's hard on the hand.
oh, they are? Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to tell you I'm working with 20 gauge. And, excuse me, I find that that's the best for me. Because if you do too light, it won't hold the beads like you want it to. The beads will, it's not substantial enough. So if you wanted to, you could go to silver wire, which I think Marilyn was mentioning, dead soft, whatever, dead soft, I don't know, whatever. This is,
You could always use 22, or would that be too?
I don't like it personally. You could. This is copper underneath. That's very soft metal. If it's too much for you, try 22, but you certainly don't want to go down up beyond that. You don't want to go to 24. That's not going to be good. No, it'll be too weak. So you can see I've got that looped around there. See what I did? Now we're going to start having fun. Here's where the fun begins, okay? Yeah, you guys will have to look up dead soft later. But they're all right. It's wire that has not been hardened, and that's maybe a new concept for you guys. But anyway, I'm twisting this now. So you see I'm starting to twist it? Okay, now I'm not going to go around in here. I'm just going to go straight over. Yeah. You know, it's not, when I make jewelry, some things are hard on my hands. They are. It is. But at the end of the day, for me, it's about making a good piece of jewelry. And so if what I need to do, what's required is a little bit tough on me, I try to find ways that I can work with it anyway. So Marilyn's suggestion about using dead soft wire is very good, wire that has not been hardened. This stuff to me is plenty soft, but if it's not for you, then you're going to have to find something else. The only thing is a lot of this wire is colored, and you may not find it in that. Well, I'll tell you what the best wire is sterling wire. If you can afford to do it. I don't carry it. It's expensive. But it is wonderful to work with. I
noticed that copper, even just plain copper wire, it helps on your hands.
Yeah, you could just because when they put the color on this, it hardens it a little bit. Yeah, it does. So if you just want to use plain copper wire that doesn't have color on it, that might be a good suggestion for you. So now I got it wrapped all around. I don't know, we were talking so much if you really saw what I did. I'm going to do it again though, don't worry. So I'm going to take it and nip it up in here. Okay, right before the crossing over piece. And you got to be careful doing this or you might cut right straight through it. Oops, it went on the floor. Oh well, I'll find it later with all of its little friends. And now I'm going to have to tuck that in because it's sticking out. Some people use a crimp for this. Sometimes they just take their flat nose and push it in. Sometimes it's a little bit of a bear, being honest.
I agree.
Yeah, sometimes it just goes really good, and sometimes it does. These are crimps.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
I was just
and of course, this is not a precision wrap. If you like those, then do them. I don't do them. I do wonky wraps because that's what I like. So that's what I can teach you. But anyway, there's one right there. So we've got quite a few of them going.
Guess what, Brenda? We have 53 people.
Do we? And this is Friday afternoon. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, we were talking so much. I'm going to do that one more time, okay? One more time. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, sterling for your silver projects. It adds also to the perceived value. We talked about perceived value before. It means people think it's worth more when you start talking about sterling. So I got to go 6. And semi-precious stones, like we carry some really pretty ones. They're not high-end stones by any means, but people, as soon as you say it's semi-precious, because it is, then it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's worth more. Yep, that's how that goes.
I like semi-precious.
I do too, especially the ones we have. I love the mixed impression, Jasper. That's what this is. Sometimes people call it sea sediment, Jasper. Can you zoom in on that, Harvey, so they can see it better? What that is.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
Right. They're all mixed up colors, and I think Colleen said a little while ago that this is really great for check look stuff, which is the way I'm kind of going these days. And I'm hoping you'll come with me because that look is so fantastic. And if you experiment with it, you're going to learn a lot as an artist. You're going to come a long way. The more you play with it, better off you'll be. So that's how you go. So, yeah, wonky wraps, Bisou wraps, whatever you want to call it. This is the way I do it. I am not a trained wire worker. I've played around with wire for a long, long time. I've not taken a class.
You're pretty good at it, though.
And I don't care because I do. It's the same with polymer clay. I always say I'm. What is it?
I never took a class.
So, no. You can learn from watching, but I don't even do that. So what's the thing? What's it called? Oh, it'll come to me later. But I'm like learning disabled or something when it comes to polymer clay. I'm arrested. That's it. I'm learning arrested. Yeah, so I always tell Christy Friesen, she tries to teach me something that's worthless. Because I have my own way for a long, long time. I've been doing polymer clay for 30 years.
Oh, somebody asked. They have another question.
But I don't do it the right way, I guess. I don't know. I just do my way. Okay, go ahead. What is the question? What's the question? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do the beads need to have the same size hole to wire run?
I think they should be at least similar. Like if you put a small hole next to a big wide hole bead, you can make work. If it's got a look that you really like, you can totally make it work, but it might be, you just don't want it sliding around after you have it made. That's
maybe a cap bead would work for that.
Bead cap might, bead cap. That's okay. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Cool. A bead cap would probably be good. It might straighten it out, but no, they don't have to all match up. But it's easier if they do. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that.
I like what Pamela said. She says wonky makes it interesting.
For me, yes. But some people like precision wraps. Like Donna likes, she has a really good video on how to use the Wolf Ramp. When Donna was still working with us, she had a really good video on how to use the Wolf pliers. And they can help you to make precision wraps, and that's what she does. But I like them this way. I like the texture of it. So, if I had to make a precision wrap, I could do it, but I just, I don't have to. This is my style, so that's what I do. So I'm trying to look for the other beads that I was using here to get the right ones. Here it is. So now I'm going to put one of these on, my 6-inch wire with my eye pin end that I just made. And then I'm going to get one of these mixed impression. The holes on these are a little bit bigger, and that, sometimes you get semi-precious beads, they can be really small, and that's annoying, but then you have to kind of ream them out. So, and you can do that. Just who wants to? It's kind of my feeling. Yeah. Anyways, okay, I got them on. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to try to stop talking as much because I want you to get the point how I do this. So you can do it too, because it's what you guys asked me to do, and it was a good jumping off place. So some of the things that you asked me to do on our thread yesterday are things that take a lot of prep, and I just didn't have time to do that much prep. Some of them, I think Chris said, why don't you do something about colorways and then just do them all, move to the next one, move to the, that's the whole series. But I'm going to think about it because colorways are a mixed color. You know how we have a color palette for our challenges?
Yeah.
So like do palettes, do color mixes, colorways, things that go together. Okay, so now I've got the other one wrapped, and I'm going to get ready to come around. So I'm going to do maybe 2 wraps on that, so it looks, wire wrapped like the end. Okay, can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. I've got 2 of them going. Okay, now this is real free form, and because this is soft, I can just do this. Got to get a good hold on it this way, and then just start wrapping. Just go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Okay, now when I get to here, I might let go and pull it to the other side and just finish it by hand. Because you can wrap this stuff with your fingers. I bend a lot of my brass this way too. I don't have the strongest hands either, being honest with you. But it works for me, but if it doesn't work for you, I completely understand. and you should find out what does and go that way. But it's still the same style, and so it doesn't really matter. You know, this is what it looks like, and you can do it your way, put it together your way. So I nipped that off. Okay, we're going to throw that down. So now again, I need to get this pushed in because I don't like, you don't want something sticking out that's rough. Snag people's clothes or their skin or whatever. So I'm just trying to push this in. There's so many ways to do this, and I don't think any of them are that great. You just have to
You
make,
do better than that.
you have to make it happen. That's all I can tell you. Sometimes one plier will work good, and the next time it won't.
So how many wraps do you do around?
Actually, it's like usually I do 2 to 3. On these is 2. So there I go. I got another wrap section. See? So now I'm going to show you one where you have to go in between. This one needs 9 inches of wire. See what everybody's saying.
In between. Somebody just asked that question.
No one should ever apologize for asking questions here. I love you for asking questions. Please ask questions.
Ask questions.
If I don't know the answer, I will tell you.
Or
if I don't know how to explain it to you, I'll find out, or I'll tell you how to Google it if you don't know how. If you can't wait, I'm big one. Some people want to fudge it. I won't. When I tell you, I can hit a wall and I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I can do it, but I'm not real good at telling you how. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna have to come back to this. This is 9 inches now. 9 inches. Debbie says I make it look so easy. Debbie, it's not that hard. Nothing I do is hard. The thing is I like to add a lot of texture and stuff to my work, and it might look like it was hard to do, but nothing I do is hard. Okay, on this one I'm going to come here, down here to make my loop. And you can always cut it off if you have excess. Colleen says she likes this form of wonky wire wrap. Yeah, it's fun. When I did my tassel for the Stampington article, because the last time it was published was in Bell Armor, and they did the tassel towers that Mel made for us. Anyway, I did that on some of my fringes that were coming down. I wrapped some of them, and in the picture it just looked awesome. I'm going to cut this back a little, it's too big. That's just the thing. Wire is not expensive. Well, unless you're starting to work with sterling wire, then you might want to get more precision about things. But if you're working with this copper wire, it's not that expensive, and you can have a little loss. Okay, I'm going to measure that because I don't want it to be bigger than 1/4 inch, and this one looks like this big. No, it's not. I'm good. Yeah, keep a ruler around, guys. It will help you a lot. It will help you very much. Marilyn says, my hubby chased me out to the room playing mandolin. Oh, he's playing the mandolin. Oh, that's cool. Jordy plays the mandolin. Now he walked in and talked to me during the wrapping. That's okay, Marilyn. You know how to do this. You're just hanging out with us. You know how to do this. I'm sure glad to see you today. I haven't seen you for a long time. That's good. So, let's see. Lisa says, is there a rule of thumb how much wire to cut? Yeah, for the little ones, about 6 inches. For the one I'm going to show you now, it's about 9. Now, the more wire you have flipping around, the more clumsy it can get. But I'm finding 6 and 9 is not too bad. But you go with big beads and stuff, you may need 14 inches or more. And then you've got a lot of wire sticking. You have to be really careful that you don't flip it around and hit yourself in the eye. I'm just straightening this out a little bit. I'm not fast at anything I do. I used to be, but I'm not anymore.
I want to try this wonky wrap.
You never did it.
No.
Well, see, you're very precision.
I always like to do with the certain, like, the same lengths, like, over and over again. I like to do that.
You're very precision oriented, where Aunt Brenda just likes it like however it happens. I like things very random. I always have. To me, that's, I don't know, people might disagree, but to me the random look is just, it's so artsy. I love that. I love that.
Now, which beads are you using for this?
These are halite, dyed halite that I got from Mel, and we do have them on the site. So I have these, and then I need caps. Let's see, how many caps do I need? I need 2 caps, so I got a little pile of caps. We'll use these because they match. Where's the other one? Here it is. Okay, we need 2 caps for this. And let's see, I need 2 mixed impression jaspers. So we have one here, we have one here, and then I need one of those end of day beads. So we got one here, we got one here. I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to start. So I've got my end loop, and I'm going to put my little check bead on the end, my little fire polish check end of day glass bead. And look at what happens. I'm glad this happened so you can see. If you get it to kink too much at the end, your bead won't slide down. So you have to take and unkink it. But look, I did it, so it's possible to unkink it. All right, so then I'm going to do my mixed impression next. I think I like this one better. Some of them don't have as much color as others, so I like to pick out the ones that have a lot of color. So I'm going to put that one on next. Now I'm going to have my bead cap, and then my turquoise dyed howlite, which is semi-precious. It's not high-end by any means, but it's semi-precious. And I put that in there. Oh, that's just perfect. That just cupped down right. What I don't like about, if your bead cap is too big and doesn't fit right, it sticks out. And there's sometimes that look isn't terrible, but it's best to get it to just hug it, you know, like that. So this one does, fortunately. So I'm going to get this extra one on here on the other end. I got to remember to keep this in the frame. Usually when I do this, I do it more on my lap, and I'm leaning over toward the table so you guys can see, and I can't even see this hole. Okay, that's on now. Alrighty, so now I got to do the next one. This one's nice and colorful too. I'll put this one on. Come here, you. Alrighty, so I got that one, and now I need to do my little end of day bead. Here it is. Okay, so now I got all my beads on. That's pretty, right? That'd be good just by itself, especially for check look stuff, right? Brooke, it's 20 gauge. Good to see you, honey. I'm glad you came. 20 gauge wire for you. How do I order beads from you? Deborah Bergen says.
I send a link.
Oh, yeah, you got to go to the website. We have a very large website. Javi's been working on the front page to show more product. We have a lot of beads. But our beads are kind of random. You know, we have this kind, we have that kind, and a lot of them are vintage and they're hard to find. And so when we run out, we don't have any more. But some of them I get again. I try to. But anyway, you'll like what we have. They have a lot of texture. And we know what, another thing we have, and a lot of you might say, ew, but you shouldn't. We have a lot of plastic beads. They're in their own section, but they're awesome. Like this bag here. You can't really see them. These are all plastic, but these are lucite. And you don't sniff at lucite. It's getting harder to find, and they're really marvelous. Maybe this isn't your favorite color, olive green, but these are lucite, and they're way, way underpriced for what they are. But we have really nice designer quality bead mixes and plastic beads. So, but they're in their own part of the sites. You won't get them mixed up for being, you know, glass. If you're a glass purist. Okay, so now I've got the other. Random and vintage is my thing. Well, Deborah, what's your hurry, Carl? Come on over. Stay for the video, then come to BeSueBoutiques.com, okay? Because you're going to love it. And there's a code you can use. Maybe, Javi, you can type it in for us. It's new to Be Sue, all caps. Can you put that in, Javi? New to Be Sue, all caps. Got it? And if you use that code, you get $5 off $35 order when it's your first order. But I'll tell you what. Cut y'all a break today. You can use it anyway, even if you aren't new, and a lot of you guys aren't. Okay, so now I got this going around. I got it wrapped. Okay, so now I'm going to come around like I usually do. This is going to be a little different, though. I'm going to come around, and now, instead of keeping going, I'm going to wrap it around again. Okay, now I'm going to go, and I'm going to come around, and I'm going to wrap it around again. And like in the crack.
Oh, I see how
And now I'm going to come across this. See, I come to a certain place and I leave go of the pliers and I do it by hand. That's what works for me. If it doesn't for you, then you'll figure it out. Same way as I figured out how I wire wrap. You know, I love to share it with you. If you guys are a learner, I'm hard to teach. I'm hard to teach, being honest with you. I see something artistic and I want to go my own way. I've always been this way. And I really wish I wasn't, because I could learn a lot more if I could follow directions. It's always good to follow directions. My mother-in-law taught me that. You'll have less waste if you follow the directions. Grandma Lois used to say that. She was right. She followed the directions too much, though. You know, sometimes you get a little anal about it. Excuse me, but that's the truth. He's honking again. So now I'm going to finish this off, and I'm just going to go around like 2 times. Okay. When I come to my little piece that comes across here, that's usually where I quit and nip it off. So I had just enough wire, didn't I?
Woohoo! I just go 10 inches for that.
Yeah, if you feel like, oh, I don't know, just cut off an extra inch. It won't kill you. It won't hurt.
No, it won't.
No, then you won't run out. I have at the site, I have 3-inch dirty brass head pins. You know those, Javi? Can you get a link for them?
Dirty brass head pins?
Dirty brass head pins. I think they're 3 inches. I think they're head pins. Do I have one? They might be eye pins. I might have one here. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, they're eye pins, guys. This is one.
Oh, they're eye pins?
They are.
Head pins?
They're eye pins. And if they're not on there, it's because they ran out and nobody knows and didn't put them back on, because we have goobers of them. 3 inches they are. Okay. These are nice soft wire. They're not too soft. When you're using a head pin, it needs to be substantial, especially if you got more than 1 bead on it. 1 bead, not so big of a problem. You got several beads like this, it needs to be substantial, okay? I can do little short ones with this. Maybe I'll show you, but sometimes it doesn't work to go the whole way down, but it can still look good. I'll show you in a minute.
There's no dirty brass on one.
There's not?
Nope.
Well, that's because somebody didn't put them back.
Put them back on?
Yep.
Oh, you mean they're in the box?
We have the whole big... See, I went out there to get wire today.
Oh, no.
And Jordan didn't tell me the wire was getting low. And so I couldn't find what I wanted. I was hot mad, I'm telling you what. I just made an order the other day. I could have got it. It could have been on its way. So he comes back here with 5 pages of an out list. All wire. I want to kill him. Because that's his job.
Yeah, that is it.
So when we're out of stuff, it's okay. It's okay if you want to give him a hard time.
Just nug Jordan, be like Facebook message and be
Hey,
like,
bud, did you
Hey,
did
did
you
you
make
look
the
at
out list? Because you're out of this. That's for sure. You're out of this. You're out of what I want today. And why is that, Lord Jordan? Oh, you forgot to tell your mom. Oh, that's nice. Because, I find out myself sometimes, like today when I went to the drawer and there was nothing in there. We do have some wire, though. We have the gold 20 gauge, and we have copper, anti-copper. We have the vintage bronze, which those are all good colors, too. But we didn't have the silver, and I want to kill them. We did have, where's that big roll? Oh, this. We have this. They call this practice wire, but I don't know why. It's just the same as the other beadsmith. We have these big rolls of them. 20 gauge, 15 yards. It's a pretty good size. It's beadsmith wire. We got this. If you want 20 gauge wire, we got this. I mean, there's a lot of places you can go to buy wire. I'm not worried about that, but it's just, I like to have certain things just for a courtesy. You're on my site. At $50 you're going to get free shipping. Wouldn't it be nice if I had it, you could just throw it in your cart, and you could get it, use your coupon, get free shipping. You don't have to go somewhere else. So certain things, as much as I can, I like to have them for courtesy. But anyway, that's the long one wrapped. So the only difference with this one is I went in between, okay? Went in between. Now I said I was going to do something with this little thing, so I'm going to. Now for this, you can't use very big of, beads. You can't use big beads for this. You have to stay small. So I might just do 3 of these kind of beads. Actually, something small that you do this to is kind of cool looking. I don't know, maybe I should put a big, no, I don't have one that fits properly. So I'm not going to. No, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I won't do this. How about being decisive, right?
Ooh, that's cute. Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to pull apart.
Oh, they're stuck
They probably got plated stuck. There we go. They're fine. It's fine. I'm gonna start. I had a fire in the summer. Lost my huge collection, but people from all over sent me beads. It was a blessing. Somebody sent me a bunch of lucite beads. I'm glad you mentioned. That's wonderful, Deborah. That's wonderful. There's a lot of kindness. Okay, so now if I do that and I put this one on here, I think we got a problem. I'm going to show you what it is. See, it just covered the whole thing. So if you wanted to make a bead that looked like this is how you do it. So I can get it up far enough so you can see what happened. What happened?
Wait, oh, it's too small.
Yeah, I just covered it, you know. But I mean, that's a cool looking bead if you want to make that like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a bead in there, but
yeah. I'm gonna put a little bigger one. Maybe this will work better. Nope, it'll do it again. Okay, we're going without beads, bead caps, cap beads, whatever you want to call them. We're not doing it. Bead caps. We're not doing it this time.
I don't know. I always call them cat beads or something. I don't know why.
I don't know. It might have to do with being Chilean, Javi. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I know a lot of people who speak Spanish that tend to call stuff like that. That doesn't mean that it has anything to do with being Spanish. So
I know.
don't take it that way.
Over there.
Yeah, it's right. So when they learn it in English, it goes that way. I've known a lot to say things like that. Cat
I was
bead.
so confused.
Ani used to say that all the time. You're from Chile. She's from Puerto Rico. So I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the language.
You know what I got angry was that, you know, like whenever some, you know, like, no offense, but, you know, people would say Spanish words wrong, or they'll say it like horribly destroyed. When they went to Chile, they destroyed the English language.
Well,
it was horrible.
Well, of course they did. It's not their natural language.
I was just like, what are you trying to tell me? And I'm like, they were trying to say USB, and they said a wind drive. I don't know what a wind drive is.
Well, it's because Javi, you know, when I'm speaking Spanish and I don't know the word, I make it up. I put it together so you try and figure it out, you know? So if I'm doing that, they're doing it in reverse. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's so funny.
You will never learn to speak another language if you don't stick your face out there and just do it.
That's true.
So you can't worry about looking foolish. The same way with jewelry making. Don't worry about looking foolish. You have to learn.
Exactly.
No matter what it is you're learning, you have to learn. Okay, let's see what's going on now. Love your process. Wire beads, look, wire wrap beads. Yeah, it's incognito. Okay. How many we got with? We got 55 with this, guys. You're wonderful. I never dreamed we'd have this many on Friday afternoon.
Exactly.
I figured y'all be at work.
Chicken for that.
Yeah, I should get some chicken for that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now because it's between these two beads here where I want to close it off, it's a little bit tough because if you press too hard, what's going to happen? Who knows?
Break?
Yeah.
Would it break? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to break. And then you're going to be sad.
I would be sad.
You'd be sad. You have to start over.
I do that all the time.
And if you have beads that are kind of, you know, expensive beads and you do like some good lamp work ones, now you're going to be crying for sure.
I still use them.
Because nothing's worse than chipped glass. I don't care what it is. If it's depression glass, if it's a bead, if it's a vase that you have, it's chipped. You'll be keeping that for the rest of your life. If you want to sell it, forget it.
Well, you know, if you do a little wrap on the top.
Yeah, you could fix it. If you want to hide it, that's fine.
That's true.
You can hide it.
I do that with all my stuff.
But, well, so your stuff's all messed up, right?
No, I get all the broken ones
Your
from
stuff
you.
is... Oh, you get the broke ones because they're free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so I wrapped that little one. But you can see I couldn't go all the way out to here. But that's okay because you got the main part of it wrapped. So that's what a 3-inch dirty brass
That still
wire.
looks really good.
We gotta go find those and put them on, Javi.
Yeah.
They have to go on because there's a whole box out there. And people can't find them and buy them that way. And then I can't pay my bills because they can't find what they need, right? We got a lot of mouths to feed over here.
That is so true.
So we appreciate it when you get your stuff from us if you're able to, because that's why we can make these videos.
Yes.
Because we have good customers who come and see us. And we need them to do that, or we can't be here. Talk about crying. Okay. So there's a little one that I did with 3 inches. That's kind of cool too. But I kind of like really to go all the way down and finish it off. Okay, so we did that. I got now the big mama bead for you. You ready for that? Cracking up about the language idiosyncrasies. I'm Puerto Rican, so I know exactly what you mean. Si lo sabemos, está bien. Lo sabemos también. Ciertamente. We know that for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, since Joycey's not here, I need somebody to talk to me in Spanish because I'm perdiéndolo.
I feel like I'm
losing
losing it too.
I'm losing it. Perdiéndolo. I'm losing it.
You can go
I
back
don't know.
to
It's
Florida.
in there. This is a 40-year-long journey for me, learning to speak Spanish. And it's still wonky. I sound like an immigrant, but that's okay. They know what I'm saying.
So how many inches are you doing?
I'm going to do, I need a lot for this.
Really?
Oh, first it would be nice if I showed you what I'm going to do, right? Okay, let's move these aside. This is what I'd be going to do. I'm going to do this. So it's almost kind of like I just chipped an inch Gorman Glass perfume ball trying to wrap. Ooh, that's sad. Don't do that, Marilyn. Okay. A question, por favor, she says. Okay, from a gal who has a mind like you, Sue, but the hands are like a beating 101 student.
I'm confused.
Well, my hands are like a beating 101 student, that's for sure. I don't do anything fancy. I don't do anything advanced. I get to a certain point, anything I do, I get to a certain point and then I just stage left. You know, I go off the other way. And I never do. Like when I was taking piano lessons, I took piano lessons for years. I can play piano by chords and by music theory. And I don't read the bottom line because I never forced myself to do it. I hated it because it took too long. I hated it. Same way with guitar. I learned to play guitar pretty good finger picking style, and then we started getting into the hard stuff, and I said, bye-bye. Not something, you know, not the example I want you to follow. I could have done so much better. I could have learned to make a good pie if I would have listened to my mother. No, I had to do it the hard way because it was my way. Sometimes my way works out okay, so let's see what happens here. Now, do you have advice for a lefty? I get stuck often, things are better. I don't know what to tell you, honey, I'm right-handed. Anybody know about left-handedness? Got some tips for Melissa? Anyway, here's what I'm going to do on this great big honkin' long piece. Thank you, Marcia, for the nice compliment. We're going to kind of tornado wrap this. That means going around a lot. Okay, so now I have to start by making my loop. Now this is fussy, and you're going to see why. I'm going to make a coil. So I got to get this turned just right because this is going to be, you know, the basis for my whole coil. I'm going to base my whole coil on this. So I better get it good. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's a very small one too. You need to this is about 1/8 of an inch. But you're not going to be putting anything through this, so that's okay. You want this is going to make a tight coil for you. Now, what gets weird is when this wire is going around. I'm going to try to do this and stay in camera because I normally do this on my lap. Okay, so now I'm going to start. I've got my flat nose. You see I switched to my flat nose? Okay, now I'm going to start coaxing it. And this first one takes a little bit of coaxing, but you just pull it in. See, I've got a little start. It's a little bit too loose, so I'd like it to be tighter. Well, we're going to do our best, and you're going to get the point, and then you're going to go practice, and you're going to be wonderful at this. This is a little bit off.
Isn't that weird?
But it's not terrible.
Usually my second ones are always better.
Yeah, that figures. But this is going to be okay for what we're doing because we're doing wonky wrap, right? Because you can see I'm clutching this in here and I'm just going around and around, just just coaxing it around. It is not hard. Okay, so how many did I do in here? About that many. Okay, I think I'm done. I eyeball everything. Okay, so now I got this big long thing. So now it gets funky because I got to watch so I don't hurt myself. Now I got to bend this back. So I'm going to get up in here. I'm just going to, and I want to get this going upright. You know, I don't want it being off to a weird angle or nothing, because then it won't hang right. This is a time when it matters. Okay, so now I've got my coil, and as you can see, it's off. Here, let me get this out. It's off center a little bit. You see?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I need to tighten this up. So all I got to do is put this back on here and just wrap a little bit more, and then pull it up. It'll be good enough. Yeah. Pull that. It's good enough. That's it. Alrighty. So now I got my great big bead I'm going to put on here. No, that doesn't come for a little bit. Okay. The next one I put on appears to be one of these Saturn beads, and this is not the right color that I wanted, but I'll use one of these. I didn't want to break this, but I'm going to. I got to get more of these. These are a little bit expensive, but I love these beads. They're just my
really
new bead of choice. I love these
I
things.
missed out on that.
Oh man, yeah, because when we get them, they're gone like now. Okay, so I'm going to thread this Picasso Saturn on. Wait a minute. No, I'm looking to see it's wrapped. What happened? No, it's when I come back down. See, I sometimes have to look at my own work again. What did I do? What did I do? Now I got to put this big pear bead on. These we do have in stock, and these have a lovely patina to them. These are old. And they are, the number is BD07500. I'll put this in the frame so you can see them. So this is all we have. And when they're gone, they're gone. I can get this bead again, but not for $1.95 to sell it to you. These were vintage, and I got them in a warehouse, so I got a screaming deal on them, so I can sell it to you that. These are very expensive beads. This should cost probably 2.5 times that. So get them if you can, if you like that sort of thing. Alrighty, so now I've got that one on. Let's see, now what did I do next? Okay, now I have an impression jasper, so let me find a real pretty colorful one. I did. So basically on the way up, you just string your beads on, okay? And now I'm going to put one of those mixed end of day beads. What? Oh, Javi just put, oh, she put the link to them on. Okay, so now can you see what's going on here? I got them all on. These are the beads I'm going to use for this, okay? So now I'm going to loop it. And I want to try and get this as tight as I can without breaking the glass. And you can see this is going this way. So I want to get this loop to go the same way. So this is going to take a little doing because the wire wants to swing around. So I'm going to turn it on its side to do that and bend it back. Because this bend right now that I did is going to determine everything, if I got it aligned or not. Okay, so now, it's not bad. It could be better, but it's not bad. Okay. So now I'm going to start. Now this is going to be tricky because I got a great big long end here, tail end, and it's going to want to come back and poke me, so you've got to be very careful. So I'm going to move it out away from myself a little bit, and now I'll pull it back, and I've got my loop. All right, I'll adjust my loop with this. And now it's time to start wrapping it. Okay, so see if I can do it the same way twice. All right, so now I'm going around. And this is my end wrap, so I want to get that nice and tight. Now here I go. Here I go. Around and around she goes. Okay, this is a little harder because it's so long. I just need to use my fingers. See, now it doesn't want to go. Okay. Fold this. These will always help you out in a case like this is jagging me. Okay, now I got it. I got it. Okay, now I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to go in between on that one. This one I will. You can do it or not. It's up to you. I've got plenty of wire, so I'm just going to do it. Okay, now I'm going to come across here. This way. Okay? Now look at that. This is going this way, that's going that way. So we're going to have to make some adjustments when we're done with this. This is not what we want, but we'll do that at the end. Okay, after all that trying, and I still messed it up. Okay, now I'm going to go around between this, and now I'm going to come across this guy and go down and come around right at the top of that coil. Okay, and I'm going to hold it. Now, I'm not done in this case. Normally, I would be nipping that off, and we'd have it look like this, and that would be okay. You could do that if you want. But I'm kind of like, well, I got all this wire left. Let's just keep on going. All righty, let's do that. So I'm going to wrap it around twice. Now, I'm going to come up. Now, I'm going to look and see how did I have this, because I want it to crisscross in just the right place. It's going to crisscross now. All right, so now we got this. And I'll go around again. I want it to crisscross over that. So now we got this. Okay, now let's see, where did I finish this? Did I go up that twice? No. I X'd over that. Okay. Okay, so I've got this one needs to come up this way, and I've got this one in the back. It needs to come across that. All right, now so this is going to be where I'm going to finish, right here. Because I already got 2 wraps there, that's good enough. So I think I'm going to want to cut it off there. All right, we did it. In fact, I think I did this one better than I did the last one. Yay! Practice makes perfect. Goody, goody, goody. All right. Side. All right. So now I've got my bead. Now this is a focal bead. I want to put this on the side of a necklace going up because it's not going to hang right. It's just not going to be right. So I'm going to try and get this. Okay, that can go that way. I'm just going to get this fixed up a little bit because I want to hang something out of that hole. Okay, I might have to play with that a little bit more later. That's good enough for now. Okay, so this is going toward me. This one's going that way. That's okay, because what we're going to do is this. Where is it? We're going to do it if I can find it. Okay, we'll use this one for now. This is satin gold. I wanted a shiny one. But that's all right, we can do it for now. So now I'm going to open this, and this will help me to know which way this is going to go. Okay? So this is going to hang this way. Let's have a look and see how it does. Okay. It's a little bit crookedy. But I'm looking at it from the back, actually. So I can pull these up with my fingers. I can pull these wires up a little bit. Make them a little bit better. So here's the front, because I want the front to be where it's crisscrossed, okay? So I might have to turn this a little bit. Alrighty. So I got a hand wire wrapped bead pendant now, okay? So what I did, you can see the rest is history. We're just going to maybe take some of these and go up the sides. Oh, that wouldn't be the right one. This wouldn't be the right one. Okay, get these up the sides. Get this one going up the side. And then let me pull this down a little bit. And this one going on the side, this one going up the side. And then this one, I think. No, that's not the same. We'll do this. Oh, this is interesting. These are the snake beads. I like those. We'll do these up here, these here. Where's the other one? Here it is. Okay, this will be here. I'll put chain in between here a little bit, and then up around the neck. And then I probably would put a little piece of chain here because, you know something? This is a design dilemma right here. If you put these right here like that and connect them like that, it's not gonna hang quite right. This will mess you up. I see even professional jewelry done like this, and it annoys me because I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna look dumb. You need to move this up. Well, that's my opinion, okay? if you do it that way, you're not dumb. That's just my opinion. I would take, where's that spool here? I got this kind of wire here. I had this at the site. Unless he bought that out and he didn't tell me to. That could be. So I would put maybe this much chain at the ends and put them together. Then they won't be slapping into each other as much. And then just put a little bit in here, a little bit in here, and then the rest go up around the neck, checky style. And then from here, I'm going to take the other one that's finished. You'll be able to see. I'll put this one aside. From here, I have 3 pieces hanging. They are, to measure them, the longest one is 2.5 maybe, and the other 2 are 2 inches. So it's kind of stepped up and graduated, not all at the same time, put there. And so here's going to be my necklace. Can you guys see it? Does it make sense? I don't know if I'm in the frame entirely.
Yeah, you are.
I am? Okay. I should be looking up and see. Okay, so now you can see. And I love how these hang at the end. Are they showing? Yes, they are. So you can see how they're nice and graduated. And these are the little end of day beads too, with the little bead caps on them. So these are graduated here, and I used ball end head pins, which will be coming again soon, maybe a week or 2. We'll have those again. But I used ball end head pins on there, so if you happen to have some, it's a nice way to go ahead and finish it. This is going to hang great. I wonder, maybe I should put a little bit of chain in there just so they can see how it's going to hang. Then no, because then I can't. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. Hey, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give the person who wins today, I'm going to give them this. And you can finish it however you like, okay? I'm going to give it to you with a piece of chain, and I'm going to give you some other cool stuff. And you're going to go for it. I'll give you some of these beads, and you're going to go for it. We'll see what you do. And I hope you belong with us on the creative group. Because if you do, I know some people don't like Facebook, that's okay, but we have a really big group at the creative group, and most of the people here are on there. But you're invited too. So Marilyn's going to leave. Thank you. I know we're running long. We usually do about an hour and 15 minutes, but thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again soon. Ronaldo says, I've always done it that way. I always thought there was something dumb about it. It doesn't lay right. Well, I had to learn, you know. I had to learn. That's all I can tell you. The more you do it, the more you win. You learn. These techniques will be great for our stuff at the workshop in May. You betcha, Julie. And Julie will be there. Colleen will be there. I can't remember who else I saw will be there. There's a bunch who will be there, and we're looking forward to that in May. It's May 17th to 19th in Columbiana, Ohio. And the details are on the creative group. But anyway, I was telling you about the creative group. If you belong and you win this, when you get done with it, post it for us, and we'll have a collaborative. How will that be? That'll be cool. So whoever wins today is going to get this and some other doofus, and that'll be nice. So, I mean, I'll make my own with the other one. How's that? Okay, all righty. Well, let's see. Did everybody comment? Because we're going to have to take off pretty soon. People got to go make supper and go out for dinner and all the other stuff that happens on Fridays. So I'm going to have to take off. It's time for me to go make chili. Let's see what you're saying. Betty says she can't wait to try it. Soleil, yeah, thank you for coming, honey. Really appreciate you came. Lisa says the chain sets off the beads, make it lay properly. You know, that's a lot of it. I find the more videos I do, I'm talking about those kind of things because I don't think they get discussed in these videos a lot. They just show you the technique and then you figure out the rest, which is fine. But I like to show you the things I've found one way. You know, don't do that because this will happen. You know, it won't lay right. It won't look right. This is a bad design. This is a design mistake. We've made several videos about that. So if you do it this way, I think it's going to hang fine. So Deborah says, can I win twice in a day? Well, we'll see. We don't know, Deborah. Deborah won the Work Table Wednesday this week. And Marcia's taken off. Green macaroni. Hey, thanks for coming. Will you be back live on Sunday? No. That's why we did it today, Friday live. Javi and I have somewhere we have to be in the afternoon, and we won't be able to make it for 4:30. We'll be getting back a little bit too late. You know, after that, probably be home by 6 or so. So someone will be around here, but we won't be here at that time. So that's why we moved it to Friday this week. And then the next week coming up, it'll be back to Sunday. We want to kind of keep it consistent. I've been telling people all week it's going to be on Friday. It looked like it worked because a lot came. So Melissa likes, oh, there's Harpo. I see Harpo. It's Melissa. Yeah, you're welcome, Melissa. Thanks for coming, honey. I hope you try it and then show us what you did. And then Joan just got a big order of beads yesterday. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Kim, you come back. I hope you will. All right. This is great, Jackie says. Okay, everybody.
Don't forget.
I hope you said something, because if you said something, when we go off the air, then we count up all the unique entries. Everybody gets counted once, and then we take that number and do the random thing and find out who wins, and then we come back here and post who won, and then you'll get I'll send the package out probably Tuesday-ish, and then we'll be on to the next one. So anyway, and we'll let you know who won. So thank you so much. Yes, Lenny's coming to the workshop too. That's great. Ta-ta, that's right. What does Shelly say? She says toodaloo.
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 But don't forget to like, comment, and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for coming, Deborah Bergen. I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you think I'm amazing. I could use a little bit of that amazing today. This has been a really good day for me. Anyway, yes, we're happy to inspire you. Come to the creative group and inspire me. And somebody wants to say goodbye. Here he comes.
Bye-bye.
This is what this is what happens when you work with kids. Alrighty, love you all. Yay! Had a good video. Yay! We'll see you next time on Sunday.